Krsh, ayo, ayo, ding dong. That sound is the screeching ghost of a 56K dial-up connection. It is a relic from a time when the digital and physical worlds had clear boundaries. You logged on, and then you logged off. Back then, our minds operated like a locked box. We can call this original private material, our raw, unwritten thoughts sitting securely behind a thick physical wall, completely unopenable by anyone else. Today, that wall is gone. It's a Tuesday night, and we're casually swiping on the glass of our phones to look for a fix for a leaky sink. We perform these mundane tasks without doing the math on the sheer volume of signals tracking us. Tucked away in server farms, invisible brokers are quietly going to work. While we browse, they are actively refining their models, translating every involuntary scroll into a blueprint of our subconscious. What we leave behind are behavioral crumbs: a location ping, a search query, a scrolling pause. These massive data centers sweep up those crumbs and build permanent, highly detailed profiles out of them. Your untouched mind is no longer a private mystery. It's a digital workhouse, entirely mapped out and actively kept under siege by a system that never sleeps. The definition of the material is shifting. It is being continuously pumped and traded like raw crude oil. Our data is unspooled, sliced into neat little segments, and packaged up for mass consumption. The scale of this extraction is staggering. In densely packed areas like the Kwaichung district, the complex, messy histories of tens of thousands of human beings are systematically stripped down to sterile ID numbers. The physical consequences of this data gathering become clear at places like Princess Margaret Hospital. Here, deeply private records of illness and recovery leak out, leaving patient vulnerabilities entirely exposed. We see medical interns scrolling through confidential files under cold hospital lights. They take the physical pain, the spiritual dimension of human suffering, and post it online in exchange for digital clout. These privacy violations are often framed as accidents. In reality, the vulnerability is a deliberate feature, hard-coded into the architecture of the system. We are walking around a tightly enclosed digital estate, and in this space, our vulnerability is actively packaged and traded as the ultimate modern currency. Look at this first-generation iPod Shuffle. Today, tech veterans, the same engineers who designed early hardware like this, are selling new gadgets framed as privacy-focused. Yet these devices quietly demand raw access to your health metrics. The data market has moved well beyond tracking what you click on a retail website. They want your lab results. They want to police your pulse, extracting biometrics straight from your wrist. This biomedical control mimics historical patterns of conquest, where bodies of color are quantified and categorized as raw materials for external markets. It turns a fitness tracker into an instrument of structural violence. This diagram shows the tech industry's proposed solution to algorithmic overreach, a process called federated unlearning. It functions as a digital lobotomy. It scrubs the scene of the crime after the fact, forcefully erasing specific data nodes without actually dismantling the invasive structure of the network itself. These gadgets and algorithmic fixes are the walls built out of browsing history for a digital enclosure. They treat human experience like a natural resource to be claimed and exported by a new era of corporate expansion. Our digital material is the new oil, our data is the modern currency, but its final definition encompasses the collective human being. Western philosophy tries to protect privacy by focusing strictly on the individual, the I and the me. But movements like Maori data sovereignty take a stronger approach, arguing that freedom requires protecting the we, the community's collective digital rights. To fight back, we have to starve the engine. That means looking to activist organizations like the Electronic Frontier Foundation, who challenge the enclosure of common lands, and switching back to older, manual methods of navigating the web. This diagram demonstrates the precise search syntax you need to reclaim your territory. Wrapping your terms in exact quotes demands pure results, and using the plus required command forces the algorithm to obey your logic, not its own. As the diagram expands, you can see how pairing that with minus excluded strips out the commercial noise. You then use the cite : command to limit the system's reach, cutting out the algorithms completely. But we have to be realistic. Even as we use these tools to tap the glass and block the signals, the machine has already mapped the baseline rhythm of our humanity. So the goal isn't to just hide. True sovereignty means reclaiming the code entirely, clearing out the logs, and asserting that our very existence is strictly and permanently untradeable.